Hola, senor. All the stuff on the vehicle, who's it for?
That's my friend's stuff. Most of it. I got to do with Mexico. So what the guys told us that we couldn't bring this car into Mexico because it has a permit, not like actual license.
Okay.
So and since he's not like a resident or citizen here, he couldn't come back with the car.
So Mexico wouldn't let the car in, but they let him in.
Oh, yeah. And
Okay.
since I'm a resident, they just told me to bring this car back and leave it in El Paso. Seems to be like a bad situation for me.
Yeah, and the problem is if he has anything illegal in it, it's on you. All right, so just come on out.
Can I get my bag? I got.
Which bag is yours?
That bag is mine. That's my clothes. That's my clothes.
Well,
And then I got another bag right there.
just claim the 2 bags. Everything else is, including the vehicle, is the other guy who is in Mexico. Right now, we're just trying to determine if there's anything illicit in the car. Is that your bag?
Yeah, it's like
Everything inside this bag belongs to you?
Well, what do you mean, like everything? I thought
Are you
clothing
carrying
and
anything
everything.
for anybody else? Any drugs, narcotics? Now's the opportunity to tell me, man. I'm serious.
No, I'm serious.
Do you have any drugs or narcotics or paraphernalia
in
inside
the
this
bag?
bag?
No. I'm telling you, all I have is my clothes.
If I find anything, I will assess you a $500 penalty. Do you understand?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't have anything that's.
Okay, sir.
So everything else, which one is, oh, that is yours?
Yep.
Okay.
Paraphernalia.
Just come with me.
I just asked you if everything inside this bag belonged to you, and this was your bag.
Well,
I specifically
inside-
asked for narcotics.
Where's that at?
It was right here. They asked you several times.
This bag and this bag should be empty because I didn't put anything in it.
This is what I found.
I was not aware of that. That was not that was inside my bag.
Who put your bag in the car, you or him?
Him?
All right, so I'm gonna have you place your hands behind your back. Go inside and pat him down.
Okay, Sosa
Dímelo.
y Mora,
Yep.
you guys are gonna be the agents. We are the Fajardo Marine Unit. We will be conducting some training for some new agents. We're gonna go through the tactics, okay? Systematically work through a problem. Most important thing first, and then we start moving to the other things. Mistakes are done, that's what we're here for, okay? Just let the training flow. It's important because when you have a situation where it's hasty, you don't have a whole lot of time to react or think, training should take over.
Coming up, coming up.
Let me see your hand. Let me see your hand.
Put your hands up. Walk towards this side of the vessel.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
Air Marine Operations is a branch of Customs and Border Protection.
Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning.
Our job is to prevent drug trafficking into the United States or its territories. We patrol the skies, we patrol the maritime border.
Sit down on your ankle.
Moving forward.
On deck.
Go, 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 go. I see they go.
I got him.
There's a lot of information shared between us and Homeland Security investigations. They help us gain intel on possible loads coming towards Puerto Rico.
Vessel clear?
Okay, Adderall. Let's rewind.
Four guys in there, four guys.
Hands! Let me see your hands!
Let me see your hand, let me see your hand. Let me see your hand. See your hand. Let me see
Hey,
your
turn!
hand.
Hands up!
Move. Sir, with the pin, sir. Go ahead, bring your hand behind the back. Okay, don't move.
Adderall.
You guys did a much better job commanding. The searches were great.
Being a Marine agent here in the Caribbean, it takes a certain kind of work ethic. There's always something going on. We could be patrolling, and out of the blink of an eye, we might be en route to interdict a vessel loaded with narcotics. That's why we train the way we do, because any little mistake could be fatal. Yep. Coming up, coming up.
Can check your passport. You're coming from Portugal?
Yes.
Playing ball?
Yes.
Dulles is a unique environment because we have a wide range of different cultures and people arriving from all sorts of different areas of the world. We also are a big airport in the national capital region for dignitaries, diplomats, and other high-profile individuals.
Can I see your passport, please? Which country are you traveling from?
From Nepal.
How long were you in Nepal?
I've been living there. My husband is posted there through the World Bank.
Okay.
That really doesn't change the way we inspect people. Everyone's subject to the same laws, and I'm going to treat a high-ranking diplomat the same as any other passenger coming off a flight. Is there a passport? Where are you coming from?
From Morocco.
Morocco. All right, how long were you gone?
Like a month and 5 days.
What's the purpose for your trip?
Vacation, see my family.
I've been with CBP for the past 15 years. For the past 4 years, I've been a chief. I can sit behind a desk and do my job, but I like to get out, actually do the roving, do the enforcement operations, and lead by example. I don't like to ask officers to do anything that I'm not willing to do myself.
Colombia is pretty much done already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Today, roving with Chief Augustino.
Grab him.
Hey, how are you? Where are you traveling from?
From Bolivia.
Bolivia. All right. How long were you there?
2 weeks almost.
It helps knowing that we have chiefs that have the officers' backs and are always watching us to make sure things are being done safely, make sure that we're being safe when it comes to handling possible narcotics. Any fruits or vegetables?
No.
What about coca leaf?
No, I can't because I'm in the army. You know that pop up for like, my drug test.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured you wouldn't, but I still got to ask, all right? Thank you for your service. Have a good day, okay?
No problem.
¿Hablas inglés?
Yeah.
All right. How long were you in Bolivia?
Just 10 days.
10 days in Bolivia? Okay. What do you have in your bags with you today?
Like chocolate.
Uh-huh.
Nothing, it's food.
All right. Any coca leaf?
Yeah, coca leaf, but it is 1.5 pounds.
I'm going to take a quick look at that, okay? So come and bring your bags with me.
Cocoa leaves are a common item coming from Bolivia and Peru. It's generally used as a medicinal item in their culture. Where they come from, it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, in the U.S., it is prohibited.
All right. Take one step back for me, okay? What's this?
It's like Olivia, like some plant.
Some plant? What do you use the plant for?
I just give me for some friend.
for some friends so you don't know what it is?
I know exactly.
I'm gonna check with their agriculture specialist. Can you just come look at something for me really quick?
Is it okay for me?
That's okay?
People like to bring different items and things from their culture, from their countries. This woman was bringing another plant. Agriculture decided that it was fine. It has to be cleared so they can understand what's allowed, what isn't.
Well, let's see what's in here. Aha, coca leaf. Can't bring this.
They told me 2 pounds.
They told you 2 pounds?
No, it's not 2 pounds, 1.5.
Yeah, so you still can't bring it in. It is a prohibited item here in the US, so I legally have to take it. Do you have any more? Am I gonna find any more?
That's it.
That's it? Okay. So this is coca leaf, and it has a very distinct smell to it. They usually brew it for teas, but it's very traditional. Here for US purposes, it's considered a Schedule II analog, because technically you would need a lot of it, but this could technically make cocaine. Can't bring that.
You're not in trouble.
Yeah, that's
but
what
unfortunately, it is an item that's not allowed in the United States.
I know, but I asked him, and they say 2 pounds is fine. That's why.
Who did you ask?
And the airline.
The airline?
The airline.
Yeah, airline's not a great source for U.S. laws, unfortunately. There is available information on our website, though.
The coca only use everybody in Bolivia for feel better. I mean, it's like get a little bit energy.
Oh, energy.
It's medicinal plant.
I'm gonna give you everything back, okay? So you know not to bring it next time, right?
Okay, I know for next time.
It's okay, now you know for next trip. She declared it to me, and because she declared it, we're not gonna charge her a penalty. All right, you have a good day, all right? But now she knows not to bring this, even though the airline told her, so maybe she can tell her friends and family. Don't listen to the airlines, listen to CBP.
He's claiming that the guy that he's taking back slid 2 pipes in his bag and went through Mexican customs. Don't know if it's true or not, but now I'm searching all the bags to make sure there's no drugs elsewhere. When you have the stuff on you, it's yours. Unfortunately. Whether it is or not, that's the way it looks, and he's the only one here. Oh. These are little baggies. These baggies usually are used to sell drugs in. I was going through this pencil case. At the bottom, it had these.
That goes with the rocks I found on them in the cell. Inside the cell, we did a personal search. We did find a baggie of paper. It looked like a white rocky substance. Until it's tested, we're unable to clarify what that is.
K9 to secondary.
All clear.
Any other narcotics?
Nope.
That doesn't look like just paper to me. I'm pretty sure that's gonna end up being code. No, oh, it's meth. I was wrong. Oh yeah, that's a meth rock. We'll charge him a $500 fine. We'll seize the narcotics, and then he will be released. But that lookout will follow him for at least a year, if not longer. The other individual involved, we're going to attempt to use his information to place a lookout on him as well.
Today should be a heavy day for boating activity on the east side of Puerto Rico. So we'll go out there and see if we encounter anything that looks out of the place, do some checks on random boats, and see what we encounter tonight. $2,100, let us know if you have anything.
No copy.
¿Cómo está esta gasolina?
We're good. At your 2 o'clock.
10-4, 10-4. You see lights?
Yeah.
I got it, yeah. I see it right there. We got visual contact.
Copy.
Want to check it out?
Yeah. We had a contact and it went around the east side of Vieques, coming from St. Croix. Now we're gonna run an intercept.
You're right there. Light him up?
Yeah, man. Aduana.
Buenas noches, servicio de aduana, ¿cómo están? ¿Dónde vienen hoy? San Croix. ¿Para dónde se dirigen ahora?
Ahora vamos para Puerto del Rey.
¿Quién es el dueño de la embarcación? ¿Sacaron algo?
Sí, pues estamos algo chévere ahí.
The guy was in prison for 10 years for the smuggle.
Capitán, vamos a volver la embarcación.
That boat come close to St. Croix, doing about 28 knots, 3 POBs. So we checked the boat since that route is very common for drug smugglers. Center console is pretty big. You can fit at least maybe 2-3 persons on the center console, so we have to check out the compartments. Could be possible contraband, possible human smuggling too, or just legal fishing.
We're good.
Ya le pueden dar para acá. Le tengo que decir algo. Cada vez que usted sale a Santa Cruz, San Tomás, eso es como cruzar una frontera a los Estados Unidos.
No entramos a Santa Cruz, no entramos.
Viene de Santa Cruz.
Bueno, nos quedamos en la costa, pero no entramos.
A la vez que salga 9 millas fuera de Puerto Rico, ya saliste del territorio de Puerto Rico, ¿ok? So, tienen que registrarse con aduana regresando para acá.
¿Qué se pasa por teléfono?
Una aplicación, es una aplicación de teléfono.
Yo de aduana, yo tengo una aplicación.
Se llama así, Hace buenas noches.
Gracias.
We conducted a full inspection of the vessel. Subjects were clear and we let them go their way.
How are you? Can I see your passport? I've been a CBP officer for about 10.5 years, and 9 months ago, I became a chief over here at Washington Dulles International Airport. Did you go to India?
For a week. For a week.
1 week?
Yeah.
What was the purpose?
My cousin's marriage.
Okay. My style is I lead from the front. Most of the time, I'm working with the frontline officers, trying to row. I do not like to sit behind a desk. Any gold products?
No. Cash, I have only $200 in here.
It gives me an opportunity to teach them how to do the things the right way, and it allows me to polish my previous skills and to come and see what the trends are as well. Excuse me, ma'am. Step over here for me. Where are you coming from?
Bangladesh.
Are you bringing any fresh fruits, vegetables, alcohol, tobacco with you?
No.
Any gold products, any silver products, any jewelry?
I wear it, yeah.
No, you're wearing it, but
Yeah.
did you buy this over there?
No.
Nothing?
Not really.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look inside your bags, okay? All right, follow me. When they go to India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, they bring traditional gold, silver jewelry from there. If you purchase jewelry, you need to declare it, and there might be some duty associated with it. So before we start, any money?
Not at all.
Okay, any purchases that you made over there, which the value of those is more, listen to me first. The value of this is more than $800.
No.
Okay. What is that right here?
Gift from one of my friends.
How much was it? Do you
I
know?
don't know. Gift don't have the price.
What about this?
These are my jewelry that I wear. all
You
the
took
time.
it from here?
Yes, yes.
Okay. We're gonna take a quick look inside this purse, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So you have some money over here.
Yes.
How much is it?
It's 8,000.
8,000 USD.
Here.
You told me you didn't have any money.
¿Por qué fue México?
Galletas.
Galletas. ¿Dónde galletas?
Hello, what are you guys doing in Mexico?
Vamos a comprar unos mandado y cosas para la limpieza.
Working at a land border, you get to interact with people that live here and there, and you get to hear their stories, and you get to protect your own city. Okay, que les va bien, hasta luego.
De nada. You're such a good officer. Officer Sanchez is very nice. We usually work together a lot. He's more of my Spanish translator because I don't really speak Spanish that well. So I use him as I call him my personal Google. How long were they in Mexico?
¿Cuánto duraron allá? 3 horas.
3 hours. I walked into his booth one day and he was listening to country music and I was like, oh, you listen to country music? He's like, oh, what? Because I'm from down south. Why are you standing there like a weirdo? Well, that's kind of how we started talking. And then we started hanging out more and more. So we'll see what happens.
What days out do you have next week?
Sunday and Friday.
Meeting someone that's another officer, I love it because I could just vent out to her and she understands me. She understands what I went through and she could help me with any troubles that I have and also make me a better officer.
¿Por qué fue México?
Voy con unos familiares.
Huh? What's that?
¿Te dijo?
Voy con unos familiares, unos compadres míos.
¿Cómo conoció a los amigos, pues?
Ellos viven aquí y ahorita voy a una comida.
¿Cómo los conoció, digo?
Porque son amigos de mi esposa. Y hace muchos años.
There's wife's
¿Escuela o
friends.
nomás de cómo?
No,
Nomás
eran de trabajo.
Going to a party? But it's his friends. Wife's friends from work?
From work, yeah.
Where's his wife?
¿Dónde está su esposa?
Ella se quedó en Juárez.
¿Qué va usted ya no?
Porque se quedó con mis hijos. Y yo voy un rato con ellos.
Pero si son amigos de ella, usted.
Sí, pero nosotros tenemos años de conocerlos.
Dime algo, un text o algo.
Ask him where in his phone.
Dime algo.
No, me puedo marcar.
¿Dónde es el phone?
Text o qué.
Puedo marcar.
¿Cuánto dinero efectivo?
Traigo 800.
800. ¿Para qué lleva 800 para un party si no lleva nada de comida ni nada? Nervous.
Yes, you see his hands?
Can you run it real quick?
You want to run it?
Yeah, can you?
Yeah, send it in.
Escort lane 1, escort lane 1. His story is really, really shady, and he's super, super nervous. Pásale. Follow him.
He couldn't tell me where the party was, nor in his phone could he pull up like, this is where we're gonna meet at this time. So I decided to send him to secondary for further inspection.
¿Dónde conseguiste el dinero?
De mi trabajo, de mi negocio.
Siempre tienes cash, dinero en efectivo.
Sí, yo soy comerciante y por lo regular a veces o traigo esta cantidad o traigo menos, pero siempre traigo algo de dinero.
¿Qué puedes sentar acá en esa mesa?
Ah, ok, muy bien.
He buys clothes, bundles, used, secondhand shop or at a warehouse, and then he takes it back and he sells it in Mexico. And that's a normal thing for people coming through here. A lot of people have secondhand stores. They come and they buy clothes cheap because it's all used and beat up, and they'll go sell it for money, come back. So there's no suspicion of where his money came from. Hangers. Doesn't look like anything has been tampered with. It's all covered in dust.
Good girl.
Nothing that time, so it happens.
Senor, nothing was found during the search of the vehicle, so now it'll go through our x-ray here. 2011 Chevy Equinox.
Chevy Equinox. Good to go.
Gracias.
Nothing was found during the x-ray or the search. People do get nervous when they talk to us. You don't know what the police in their country do. Sometimes they could be nervous in primary and not be nervous up here in secondary. Sometimes it's the other way around. You have to look at the whole picture of what's in front of you. And I didn't feel there was anything suspicious with that individual.
Any other currency?
No. I told them that
Who did you tell?
when they asked me over there.
No, what about me? When I asked you, what did you tell me?
You said that did you ask me about the money?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now, do you know the currency reporting requirements?
Yes, if it is over 10,000, then we have to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What is this about? What's this receipt?
I got a coffee, a cup of coffee, maybe that's the receipt.
$19,000 for a cup of coffee?
$19,000, it's a Citibank Qatar Airlines, no, Taka. I exchanged my ticket.
Oh,
It's a
okay,
Taka.
okay.
It's 107.
It's Taka.
Taka.
All right. So, just letting you know, you were too quick in giving me the answers. That means that you're not even listening to me or there's something to hide, okay? But the money is okay, everything is okay, you're good to go. So nothing derogatory was found. She knew that she had to report the currency. In all, it was a very good inspection, I can say, but I just wanted to make sure that when she was rushing through the exit process that, I'm not missing anything.
I will try to be
No, you're fine.
very good citizen. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Sí. Tranquilo. Okay. You'll be safe. We're in the east side of the island, and I just got a call from the west side. They have a possible loaded vessel.
This guy is lights out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Blue light, blue light. Standing by stabling! Clear! Clear!
Mira, por ahí viene.
Se dio.
Se dio. Tremendo. It's gonna be his first load as a supervisor. So congratulations, Ivan.
Thank you.
Good job, man.
Early morning, we receive a call from our aircraft about a possible target of interest located close to Mona Island, about 40 miles west of Puerto Rico. We responded, and as soon as the subjects noticed that we were there, they began to flee. It was a brief pursuit and ended up in disabling fire. When we have vessels that don't obey our commands, we deploy warning shots. If they don't stop to the warning shots, then we shoot at the engines with our shotgun and we disable them.
Vamos para allá.
It's gonna be the big one.
Anyone give you anything to bring in the bags?
No, nothing.
Can you open this one real quick? Just the top of it? As a chief, we need to know a little bit about everything. We're overseeing an entire operation. So 1 minute we may need to be overseeing a case in immigration. Next, we may be seeing different agriculture items coming in.
How are you doing today? Where are you coming from?
Ghana.
How long you was in Ghana?
About 2 weeks.
All right. What do we have here? What are you bringing in these bags here?
No, some are material, clothes for my family. So the food I have, that is fresh.
All right, so that you only bring in dry fish?
Yeah.
Cassava?
Yeah.
Okay. Any bush meat, anything like that?
No.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick look at the food items that you're bringing in, okay? She reported that she has dry fish only, but I get this very distinct smell from the boxes, so there is a high possibility of meat products in it. I'm gonna need some help examining those food items. There is like a very distinct smell coming from the bags.
Oh, what kind of food do you have, ma'am? Cow, goat, pork? Goat. Okay.
Tell me which one to open, I'll pull it.
We need to open all of them.
All of them? Miss, while we're doing the exam, can you please not on the phone and stay in here? Which items are not good, you can pull them to the side.
These are not good.
This is same thing here. I can smell this one.
Buenas tardes. ¿Algo para declarar hoy? ¿No compraron nada hoy en Juárez? Ok, gracias, que le va bien.
Ahorita ven. Escort lane 9.
Dígale algo.
A car came up. When I asked their story, what they were doing in Mexico, she said that she went to the optometrist and went to go eat. And she's like, but it was nothing bad. I thought it was a little peculiar that she had to state that it was nothing bad. So I sent it to secondary so they could look more into it.
You can kind of feel a little more solid.
Can they get K9 running it? Get out of here. Wait. Good boy. Oh! Good boy. Good boy, Sergi.
He alerted to the passenger seat and also the driver's seat of the vehicle here.
As I'm looking at the vehicle, I can see that there's anomalies in both driver's side and passenger backrest. We'll know once we get the anomalies out and we get everything tested. This is something that we've seen quite often out here. They use kids as a distraction. A lot of people think that we're not going to search a vehicle because they have minors in the vehicle. We'll go ahead and find out exactly what's in those seats to clear the anomalies that we're seeing on the seat portal.
So there was a female with her 2 little kids. There's actually a little girl sitting here, and then her, I think she was about 9 years old, sitting in the far seat. Everything looks like a normal person's car, loaded with personal belongings. So we'll further inspect the vehicle and see if we can find what those anomalies were. So right there you can see the 2 black bundles, and there's possibly more in there. So here there's 2 black bundles with looks like black electrical tape. So obviously that shouldn't be in this back seat here. You can feel there's some more up top. We're gonna test what's in this bundle, and that way we can contact the Homeland Security investigators and to see if they want to do what's known as a controlled delivery. So this will be the NIC kit. If it's a positive reaction for cocaine, it'll turn blue, a pink, or a blue on the bottom and pink floating. They usually pack these with many layers, so it's kind of hard to get in there. So you can see, looks like it's a white powdery substance. You can see it change blue almost immediately. Cocaine. Now that we have a positive test for properties of cocaine in this bundle, we know we're gonna seize the vehicle. So now we're gonna take everything apart, check the door panels, we're gonna take out the seats, basically everything in this vehicle, we're gonna take apart and make sure we're not missing any contraband.
All the way up in the seat.
There we go.
Pass me those, I'll put them in. We were able to extract 6 total bundles from the vehicle. HSI is currently interviewing the subject to see if they're going to pursue federal prosecution, and her 2 younger daughters are being picked up by a family member. It feels great to get narcotics off the street. You do feel bad for the kids. They have to see their parents in handcuffs. But yeah, anytime we get one over on the cartels, it's a win for us. It's a win for the public.
Here you go. Ma'am, just wait right there. We'll give you a chance to repack your bags, okay? It does become a very challenging task, touching meat that's packed for a couple days before it arrives here. And when you open that with the heat from outside, it built up a different texture and smell to it. Ma'am, is this cooked or uncooked?
It is not fresh, right? It's smoked. This is uncooked raw meat.
What kind of meat is this?
These are cow skin.
Cow skin?
This one cow feet. Cow, beef, not allowed.
Okay.
Okay? Because foot-mouth disease and mad cow disease.
You did a good part today, you declared, so there is no penalty for you today. But next time, before bringing all this in, go onto the website. We have all the information on there where you can see what items you can bring in, what items you cannot. It's called Know Before You Go. She's not a habitual offender, so that's why there is no action taken on her. However, the food will be seized and will be sent for destruction. All right, well, welcome back.
Thank you.
The favorite part about my job I love is when we open the bags, we don't know what's in it. It could be, some nice fancy clothes, or it could be like today's exam where we have some meat that's almost rotten and everything and bugs coming out and all. You have to change, you have to adapt, given the situation at that time. So that's the favorite part, always active, always on your toes.
In 15 years, it never ceases to surprise me, the different things we see. And that's why I'm here at Dulles Airport. We're all one team. We wear the same uniform. We all try to keep an eye on each other and get each other's back.
Espérate. Esto pesa demasiado. They've got a lot of different bricks packed together, and these bales are really big. I believe that we have like 35 bricks each. So, talking about 300 kilograms of cocaine on this load.
Taking a little sample from one of the bricks, put it into the narc test pouch. Make sure the powder is all the way in the bottom. Break the first one, shake it off, and it turns blue. Cocaine.
$317 bricks. Today was a great day. We were able to take out of the street 317 bricks of cocaine. Little by little, we're winning this war. We're here to do whatever we need to do in order to keep the street safe. That's our main goal, and today, this is a good victory for us, for law enforcement.
There are some pots in the back.
It's from the Dominican Republic. We'll do an x-ray on it.
Okay.
It just looks funky.
All right, here we go.
Our x-ray operator might have spotted an anomaly in flower pots. So we're gonna break down this pallet here to see if we can spot what he saw. All right. White powder. Trying to get it into the test kit. This will let us know if the substance that we got tests positive for any type of narcotic. We want to see a blue and then a pink over blue. All right, it's positive for cocaine. Awesome. Now that we have our initial testing positive for cocaine, we're going to go ahead and contact HSI. They'll continue on the investigation and possibly get some arrests.
We got 12 pallets. They all have at least one of those large pots in it. Some of them have two. It's a great find. Good work, guys.
How you doing, sir? How was your trip?
It's long.
Where'd you end up going?
Austria and Switzerland.
All right.
We're at the Philadelphia International Airport. On a daily basis, we can see anywhere between 3,000 and 6,000 passengers, whether they're a U.S. citizen returning from a trip or somebody coming for business or pleasure.
Four flights came in. A lot of flights from each side. Keep your head on a swivel. That's why I like to stay in a choke area where everybody kind of filters to me. You get a feel for the floor, like the type of traveler that's coming in.
How you guys doing today? Good, good, good.
Got a connecting flights.
Yeah, just exit and stay to the right.
Okay.
All right?
One of the things that we do is to scrub off flights that are coming into the United States via computer. Look at their backgrounds, where they're coming from, travel patterns, to see if there's any red flags.
How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Where are you coming from?
Barcelona.
The corporation that's smuggling the drugs, they usually pick people that don't have backgrounds, that don't have any red flags. So one of the biggest things that we do is rope.
You made any purchases abroad? No food items or anything that you're bringing back?
Nope.
Are you traveling in anything over $10,000?
Nope.
Okay.
We're looking for different behavior. So if it's a walk, if it's different bags, people that walk around me, look away from me.
Travel anywhere else? All right. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
You'll definitely 100% be able to detect if something's off. How you doing, sir? You have your passport, please? Where's you coming from today?
Via Doha, sir.
Are you bringing back any cash today?
No.
Any food in the bags? Any groceries, anything?
No, no groceries, just a few dry items.
Okay, no problem. You take care, all right? This guy's been around the carousel looking around. Every time somebody looks at them, they'll turn their face or they'll turn around. He did it again. He just turned his back to me. It's just not natural habit for somebody to just be standing there looking around awkwardly. A lot of people have tics, or it could be something. So we're definitely gonna check his bag to see what's happening there. How you doing, sir? Can I see your passport? Where's you heading to today?
Philly, I live here.
You live here in Philly? And where is you coming from today?
Georgia.
We're just gonna do a quick bag inspection, all right? Come with me. You can slow down a little bit. Talk to me. All right, you went to Georgia?
Yeah, I went to Georgia.
Okay, and how long were you in Georgia for?
2 months.
2 months? Wow, a long time, man. We're gonna go this way. Okay, we're gonna put all your bags up here. 2 months with just these bags? You don't wear a lot of clothes? What happened? Okay, and what do you do for work here?
I'm truck driver.
Truck driver? And who lives in Georgia?
My family.
Like, who's your family?
Parents.
Parents, okay. Are you married here in the United States?
No.
Okay, so that's why you're able to go.
Yeah.
Now, when did you plan the trip?
2 months.
2 months ago you planned it? So you planned it right before you left?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now today, are you bringing back any food, alcohol, or tobacco in the bags?
You can check.
Okay, did you pack the bags yourself?
Yes.
And these are all your bags? Because this bag is heavy.
It's legal, so.
No, what is it? What is in here? No, what is it? Because it's heavy. It's really heavy, like you have like weights in here or something.
Yeah.
You have weights in here? What's in this bag? Because it's heavy. I don't want to open it and something pops in my face.
It's nothing.
All right, go ahead and take a step back for me. I'm gonna go ahead and review your bags here, okay? What is this?
Hello, how you doing today? Good. Purpose of going to Mexico? All right, you have a good day. Thank you.
We know drugs are coming from Mexico to the United States, and money, weapons, ammunition goes outbound to Mexico. So this morning we're doing some operations for outbound before you leave the United States.
¿Dinero de exceso de $1000 lleva hoy para México?
We got the currency firearms detector dog right now.
Outbound's a bit more of a challenge than inbound. Here, our top priority is illegal proceeds from narcotic smuggling or alien smuggling. We've also looked for firearms and ammo.
Armas, municiones, pistolas, balas, nada de eso, granadas. No. Okay, está bien.
Pull this red one in. Any firearms, pistolas? No? ¿Cuánto dinero, señor?
Como $20 trae.
All right, come on.
Here, it's hit or miss. We only have 2 lanes. Once they see that the traffic is backed up, they'll get out of the line. Or they'll send a guide first to make sure we're not here, to make sure it's clear, and then they'll send someone. It's good to go. So the timing has to be perfect, and that's the hard part about outbound.
All right, adios.
Did you run this one, bro?
There's a positive alert.
Top this one.
We're secondary.
The vehicle's been taken to our inspection area in the back. We're gonna do a more thorough inspection. What is this? Box of ammo. There we go. We opened it up and there was boxes of ammo in there.
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
On the bottom of the purse, there's a cutout, and that's where they stuff the ammo.
Come on this way, okay?
The couple was traveling with their juvenile son. It's not rare to see that. I think they use that to blend in more and not be subject to inspection. We're doing a pet down. Right now they're doing a pat down on the subject. Where was it on her person? They found 2 more boxes of 9mm in the bra area. So we're gonna add this to what we found in the purse. 9mm rounds are usually used in handguns. The cartels use ammo and the weapons that people transport into Mexico. So this is a big business for the cartels. So they try and bring it in any way they possibly can. It's a small amount of ammo, but any ammo or weapon that we take off the streets from the cartels is a win.
All right, you take care of this guy here.
They contacted the juvenile's aunt, so she's on her way to pick up the juvenile.
Ok, necesito que se pare un momento allá, de aquel lado, viendo hacia acá. Voy a tomar una foto, ¿ok? Ok, vas para acá. Deja manejar sus dedos y no los mueva.
An HSI agent or ATF agent, they're gonna come in and see if they can get any more information from them, or maybe it'll break into a bigger investigation down the road.
She's ready. You can go ahead and put it back in the side.
The agent will determine whether they have enough to charge the subject for smuggling ammo into Mexico.
Okay, so this is what you're bringing in. What is this?
The homemade wine.
Homemade wine? Okay. That's why it was so heavy. More.
Same thing.
What?
Black.
Oh man. So these are all homemade wines?
You might want to drop test some of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Make sure that everything is copacetic and it is wine. I'm gonna use the Gemini for these.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. This is water and ethanol, which is what makes the wine itself. To me, that's perfectly fine. There's no other signs of anything else. You know, there is a lot, but at the end of the day, you know, you are allowed to bring wine. All right, brother, you can pack all this up. It was a large amount, so it alarmed me right away. So when I took all that out, I didn't know what I was looking at. But what I do know is kind of looking at the person's attitude and the way that he was acting. When I took it out, it was normal to him. He said, yeah, those are mine. I made them homemade. He didn't stutter. He was straightforward with me. So maybe I don't know much about what's in front of me, but I do know how to read a person. You good, brother. Have a good day, okay?
So just a little background on the case. CBP discovered flower pots that are loaded with cocaine. In total, we're looking at 18 of these flower pots that we believe to be loaded.
The shipment is sitting in the warehouse being monitored. We're going to be waiting to see who comes to pick it up. Where it's going is unknown to us, but wherever this goes, we're going to be with it. And we're going to keep moving up the food chain. We have our air branch, and we're going to utilize them once somebody comes to pick it up from the facility. Have any questions? Then everybody stay safe. Let's try and identify who's behind this and make a good case. We're hearing reports that there are large stashes of cocaine and contraband in Caribbean islands waiting to come in. We believe that we're going to see a significant rise in the shipments of cocaine, heroin, and other illicit contraband. This load, approximately 140 kilograms of cocaine, is the largest shipment we've seen in the last at least year and a half, maybe 2 years. The shipment is sitting in a warehouse across the street. The owners of the shipment, they're going to send a trucking company to pick this up. We got to follow to where it's going and wait and see who shows up to remove the cocaine. We really want to know who's behind this and identify the members of the organization and see how far we can take it up. So the part of this delivery is allowing it to go into the street and see what happens.
We're all set up. We all have our locations.
Okay, copy. We have a perimeter set up. They'll have a constant visual on this cargo. Now we just wait. The shipment of cocaine is at Bay 6. The truck will be picking up from Bay 6. So we're still on surveillance here for the container with the shipment and the flower pots. We're waiting for them to come and get their stuff, and so that we can figure out where they're going and develop our breaching plan.
Truck just pulled up.
That's it. That's going to be our truck. And just like that, we have it. It's the black one, Bay 6.
They're picking up the first pallet right now.
We're talking about a very significant amount of cocaine. So the #1 objective at this point is we cannot lose the cocaine. Everything else becomes superfluous to that.
The truck is pulling away towards the exit. The vehicle is pulling away towards the exit.
We don't know where exactly it's going to be going to. So we're just going to follow it and see where it goes.
Be advised, vehicle making a right.
Yeah.
Right down there. The trailer is at this warehouse. You have a good visual on the unloading when they start?
Yeah, I can see the open bay door.
They're making delivery right now. It's likely that this is where they are going to break down the pallets to get to the cocaine.
One guy's coming out yelling.
It looks like our tractor trailer clipped the other truck. Wow. This driver's checking right now to look at the damage. He's going to make a call, so probably going to call the police. Unbelievable.
The bay door has closed. I repeat, the bay door is closed.
When the police come, that could spook the bad guys.
Hola, en ese su vehículo, nada decorado.
Negative. Oh, good. So now it's time to get another one. Going outbound and also coming in. We try to target people that they don't fit to the vehicle.
¿Vehículo es tuyo? Sí. Ok. ¿Lleva dinero para declarar?
This kid is 18 years old, driving a nice car, luxury car. It was not working. So how you support yourself, how you pay this car.
Ok, sir, rápidamente va a ser tocar una inspección, nomás pase el número 2, ¿ok?
Engine looks normal, dusty, that's the way it should look.
Check under the driver's seat.
What is that?
The black bag.
Oh, yeah.
The subject declared only $100. If you're carrying a large amount of cash like that going into Mexico, then you're probably not doing something that you should be doing.
It's not illegal to carry over $10,000. You just need to declare. If it's over $10,000, you need to just fill out a form and you're good to go. Usually when they don't tell us, it's because they're hiding the money because it's coming from illicit places. I think this one is related to smuggling people because usually when it's from narcotics, they try to hide it like on the same spot where they hide the narcotics coming into the United States. They had it right there, so it was something quick. Probably he moved some bodies inside of the United States. He got paid and he was going back to Mexico.
So 13,247 is the final count. We seize the money and we submit our findings to whatever HSI agents on duty, and then they come and speak to the individual if he wants to speak, and then they go from there.
How you doing, sir? Can I please see your passport real quick? Where are you coming from today?
Italy.
Italy. Oh, let me see if I remember this. Como te chiami?
Stefano.
There we go. That's all I know, okay? And where is you going today, sir?
Colorado for business.
Business? Okay. I want you to do a bag exam. Come right with me, right this way. Put your bags right over here, okay? Are these all your clothes? Okay. Let's talk a little bit about where you're coming. So what is your position within your company? Technician? Okay.
I have problems, so I need to write a spare parts list.
So you're sort of like overseeing, seeing what's the problem and fixing it because it's an Italian machine.
Yeah.
All right, do you have any letters, like telling me what you're doing or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. You're all good, man. I'm gonna close you out, okay? You go ahead and close that out. All right, take care. He confirmed everything, and he was able to come forward with everything that I needed with me in that paperwork. Over here.
Why are you shaking so much? What's wrong? You tired? People don't shake like that when they're tired.
We have a guy coming here from Spain. He was stopped on primary. He was shaking, very nervous behavior. We're trying to figure out why he's shaking so much.
¿Se puede sentar usted en una silla? ¿Se siente mejor aquí sentado?
Estoy bien, estoy bien.
¿Cuánto tiempo que usted piensa pasar acá?
He only has maybe one set of clothes. He's come in here for a couple weeks. Listen, something isn't right. Your body is telling us that you are hiding something.
No.
Yes. Hold your hands out again. Now we're thinking this guy is an internal carrier. We think that possibly he may have either swallowed, narcotics or put them inside him.
¿Tenía algo adentro? No. Los oficiales lo van a chequear, ¿ok?
Let's go. Follow me.
No.
Put your arms up. And do a pat down, okay? Spread your feet. Okay, you can get up. Come on. We'll go back over there. I made this swap in.
We haven't found anything on him. We don't have enough to go on as far as possible internal or, drugs. It's just his behavior. His shaking, trembling, and we're still trying to figure out even what's his intent here in the United States. He is not telling us something.
You printed out your application to enter the United States. For a job, you didn't write anything down. So this tells us that you don't have a job.
¿Usted pensaba venir a hacer un tipo de trabajo o algo acá? No. ¿Con quién va para allá?
Tengo una mexicana aquí.
¿Cómo se llama su amigo?
Alex.
You need to tell us the truth.
Sí, the truth. I'm going to see Alex to make sure.
¿Cómo podemos contactar aquí? Solamente necesito el número de teléfono del señor. El contacto.
So we're gonna go through your phone. That's our authority to do so. So we're gonna do electronic media review. We're gonna look in his phone to see if there's anything in there that shows he's coming to do anything illegal.
He asked for $5,000.
It doesn't say what he's requesting that $5,000 for.
But it's
says, I want $5,000.
It's questionable.
You're not going anywhere unless you tell us the truth.
You're being paid to come into the United States and work, correct?
So the police responded, and they are clearing the scene.
Copy.
Whatever needed to be done was done. I do not believe that the shipment has been compromised.
They backed it into a parking spot. Now it's parked parallel to the building. The driver's still inside.
We want to see if this is where they're going to unload the whole truck. If it is meant to stay here, they would start to break it down and access the actual cocaine.
The second truck pulled up. He just put 2 in there.
Okay, copy. So we just got notified that a moving truck showed up to our target location. They have begun unloading the pallets right now. It looks like we're going to be on the move yet again. Okay, I'm going to vector in air.
We're airborne. I'm making our way north along the turnpike now.
Omaha, I read you 5-5. You're looking for a rental truck.
How many people on the truck?
Occupied one time, occupied one time.
This one.
Hey, how are we looking?
I think the loading is done. The driver is going to be leaving.
Copy. We're mobile.
He's making a northbound turn.
Come out here. He's in a long line. The turnpike is the only thing ahead of him. We have a number of units that are in front and behind him.
Fresh green now, eastbound on 74.
Put a lot of time and effort into this, so we want to make sure they don't spot us. But the most important thing, obviously, is we cannot let the truck get out of our sight.
Northbound turnpike. If he makes it back on 107, it's a heat run.
Heat run is when they're trying to smoke us out and make sure that law enforcement is not attached to the shipment. There's a lot at stake here. We're talking about 140 kilograms of cocaine. They don't want to go to jail. They don't want to lose the shipment. And we want to catch them.
Target's in the far right lane. Permitted now, westbound.
Yep, we're going right back to exactly where we just started. That was a heat run, guys. He's going right back to where he just started.
It's possible he spotted us.
Buenos días. ¿Me baja la ventana? ¿Hacia dónde se dirige?
Que voy a dar un pago de carro.
Oh, ok. ¿Y cuánto dinero trae? ¿Americano?
Son 5,000 míos y 5,000 de ella.
¿Ya le tocó revisión anteriormente? Vehicle going into lane 4, DNF. Vamos a ir a la línea 4, pero usted me siga a mi paso. Siga. Seemed a little fidgety, nervous when I was asking her questions. I felt like she was being more tense. So therefore, I just sent it in.
Hello. How you doing? Where are you coming from?
We're going to home. We're visiting our mom. She lives in Paris.
Okay. You have currency over $10,000?
5 and 5.
5 and 5? So that'd be yes. Could be that they're just trying to separate it so they don't have to declare the 10,000 in total. All right, come on out for me.
A lot of times, the drug organizations, they take humans, they cross them through a border, then their families have to send the money inbound with a mule, basically, to pay the cartels.
That's the money right there. Is it all together? Yeah. They should have had them on there individually, not just in one bundle.
I'm gonna talk to you over here, okay? ¿En qué te dedicas?
Trabajo en la limusina en los camionetas.
Ok. ¿Y ella?
Ella no trabaja.
¿Llevan algo de dinero más de 10,000?
No, no más eso.
¿Dónde viene ese dinero?
Ya pues de su esposo juntado, yo también he juntado.
Entonces, ¿tiene recibos o algo de un banco en donde viene este dinero?
No.
The report requirements is to bring in $10,000 or more, or they need to report it to us. So we're gonna verify the story, verify the currency count, and then we'll go from there. Mira, ahorita vamos a agarrar su dinero y vamos a verificar cuánto lleva, ¿ok? Pásale conmigo. Sí, por favor. ¿Cada cuándo cruzas con tu dinero?
Es la primera vez que cruzo con dinero.
Oh. Okay, todo lo que traes aquí. ¿No piensas que es normal para cruzar dinero con eso? En una bolsa. Usted está escondiendo su dinero.
So let's see how much we have.
It's 5,000. So it's a total of 11,700. So that's an inaccurate report of $10,000 or more.
Yep.
Mira, ahorita vamos a poner su dinero en nuestra bolsa aquí, ¿ok? Entonces ahorita no puedes agarrar su dinero. We're gonna do a basic search on the phone and go from there. Just looking for anything out of the ordinary as far as where this money came from, whether she's moving money, whether she's involved in human smuggling, narcotics. So I'm just trying to see if we can either validate her story or find anything that could possibly be incriminating that shows her intent to violate the law. So personally, I like to go through the recent stuff, what they were doing right before. So I'm gonna check what messages they have with them. There it is. So she knows what it was. There's the money. So she stated to me that she doesn't have more than $10,000 versus the messages that she sent herself was asking for this exact amount that she has, which is well over 10,000. This shows the intent. It does show her knowledge of what she's doing. So that's admission right there.
He's just giving us the runaround.
I'm not employee profilers.
Porque lo estamos llamando y no contesta el teléfono.
Te puedo dar si quieres la oficina.
Ok, denme de la oficina.
He had actually requested $5,000 for the guy, for him to come to the United States. We're trying to figure out why was he paid to come to the United States.
No. I have my own training, consultancy.
¿Por qué pide tanto dinero?
Porque tenía que pagar el hotel.
¿Y en qué hotel se están quedando? Alex checked out. So Alex, that part in storage checked out. We're just gonna go ahead and admit him.
Okay, bro. You're all good, man.
¿Ya se siente más tranquilo usted?
No, la verdad que no.
No. Para que se esté tranquilo, porque está temblando mucho.
Pero es por lo que le digo, es cansado.
Está bueno el clima, está sudando y está frío.
Porque yo me dejé claro que tiemblo.
What do you think?
I think he may have some serious health issues that he didn't know about, that he doesn't know about. I think he goes to a doctor.
Medical's coming up.
Okay. He's shaking, but we don't know if it's a medical issue, if he risked having a heart attack or stroke. So we contacted EMS.
Pressure was high. I don't know if it's taking it. Heart rate's a little high, too.
That's his resting heart rate?
Okay, but you're saying you're sitting there shaking, yeah?
And that's heart attack range.
I recommend you go to the hospital.
He fully understood and decided that he was going to head to the hospital with the Philadelphia Fire Department. Go get healthy, okay? Go get healthy. I think possibly we may have just saved this guy's life from having a stroke or heart attack on his next flight.
Target's committed now, it's in the far right lane.
Now we're in a real cat and mouse type situation at this point. They made a perfect square box. We went east, we went north, we went west, and now we're headed back south. Whoever it is that is responsible for this, they are definitely engaged in this game, but we have the tenacity and we'll see this through.
Looks like it's approaching a stale red. He's pulling off to the side of the road.
We're in play. Let's see what happens, brother.
All right, cross my fingers.
He's going back to the back of the truck now.
I think this is it.
All right, he walked away from the back of the truck. Eastbound down the street.
Yep, 10-4. They abandoned the truck. Yeah, Omaha, stay with the driver.
And just be advised, we just hit some clouds. I lost visual.
We gotta get that load. Copy, anybody copy?
Make a U and head back the other direction. You see him?
Yeah, I got him. He's walking down the street, eastbound.
Copy. The driver, he's just walking, and the truck's on the side of the road. We're gonna take this down, arrest the driver.
All right, that's all.
He's on the east side, walking toward us. Is that him? That's it. I'm pretty sure walking fast in the opposite direction.
Just took the subject into custody. Subject's in custody. Go back for the vehicle. Copy, go back for the vehicle. We're gonna go get the truck. All right, there's our truck. Omaha, we have this secure. Much appreciated.
Good copy.
Let's check this out, verify what we have in here now. Make sure we got all the stuff.
Yeah. Looks like all 12?
All 12 on there.
So we have one in custody. We're going to bring the individual in for further questioning and process him. Then we're going to proceed to the CBP warehouse where we are going to break apart the shipment and find out exactly how much we've been sitting on.
We're gonna do the E. That's what we're gonna eat. So this was yesterday before she went over there. She messaged her mom yesterday asking her if she's gonna go to El Paso because her father needs money. Versus the story she was telling me that she's gonna use the money to pay off her car. So there's already some conflicting issues in the story. So Sara, ¿qué dijiste por el otro oficial?
La vez que vendió un carro.
¿Qué tipo de carro?
Es un Jetta, un Volkswagen.
Pero no tiene algo mensajes, no tiene algo comprobantes de eso en su teléfono. Entonces no tiene comprobantes que ese dinero es dinero limpio.
No, no tengo como.
Si vas a cruzar el dinero, necesitas llevar comprobantes. Mientras de un otro oficial, mientras de yo. Y usted quiere cambiar su historia cuando estás aquí. Entonces, ahorita vamos a quitar el dinero, porque no tiene algo comprobantes y después el proceso puede salir, ¿ok? She does have the opportunity to present to our FP&F officers. If she's able to provide proof of where the money came from, she has the possibility to get the money back. She could have avoided all this trouble if she just simply declared the money that she had. So unfortunately today, she's gonna have to go through extra steps to get her money back, and she'll be issued a penalty for that.
CBP is extracting the kilograms of cocaine from the shells of the pots on the shipment that we had delivered. We are going to find out exactly how much cocaine we've been sitting on. Most of the cocaine is marked so that when they get the shipment apart, they'll know who it was intended to. What we're going to be doing in the follow-up investigation is finding who this was exactly intended to and paying them a visit in the not-too-distant future. What's the total?
162 bricks.
162 bricks, ma'am.
Great work.
Great work by you guys as well. This is what it's all about, teamwork, getting the job done. We have identified a number of people in the organization performing different roles in this shipment. We're probably looking at eventually getting half a dozen to a dozen indictments on this. This is just the beginning of this investigation. Drugs are a plague on our society. If we can interdict these drugs and then find the people that are trying to exploit other people's problems for profit, then we're going to be here every hour of every day, doing our part to get people off of these drugs.
We have a shipment here that manifested as toy paper.
It originated in Turkey. Turkey is a high-volume exporter to the U.S. of counterfeit designer items. We've had counterfeit passports from Turkey,
Medication.
counterfeit medication.
So we kind of look at what it's described as. This was toy paper. It was shipped as. So automatically we're like, let's take a look at it.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of money. They're big numbers. They have money rings around them, the hundreds, it has all the colors.
It doesn't meet the guidelines for play money. It can't be the same size as U.S. currency. It has to be significantly larger or significantly smaller, like monopoly money.
This will be counterfeit currency. They have serial numbers on them, all the markings. They don't feel like a bill, but visually they look very good.
This is probably the best we've seen. The color for the $10 bills is spot on. It's the same exact size, same exact dimensions of actual U.S. currency. This looks good too. Here's a real 5 and the counterfeit 5.
Really good. An innocent person could get a hold of this. It could be used at a grocery store and you could be given 20s as change and they're not even real.
These are full 16 stacks. These are full 160. Are those full 160s?
16s. Yeah,
16, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth box? Is that all 16s?
That's 16s, yes. There's a total of $2,962,880 worth of counterfeit money. So the easiest way to make money is to make it yourself.
Print it yourself.
Just make it yourself. And apparently that's what they're doing. This isn't something we see every day. What it'll do is it'll be seized by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and then it'll be turned over to the Secret Service for them to conduct any type of investigation that they need to do. Along with protecting the president, Secret Service also deals with counterfeit money. This is their area of expertise. Just about anything you can imagine would be smuggled, and this proves it. This is a good day.
Hola, ¿cómo están? ¿Y vienes de dónde?
Ahorita venimos de Monterrey.
Monterrey. Okay.
Today's Friday afternoon. Usually that's where our traffic picks up.
Cuídense, miss.
We get, of course, our daily crossers that live in Mexico and work in the U.S. The weekend's approaching, so we get our tourists.
Buenas tardes, caballero. ¿Qué declara hoy, Fidel?
Obviously, our priority is narcotics.
Ahí está bien. Adelante, buen día. We see a lot of seizures of hard narcotics, methamphetamine, cocaine.
Purpose in Mexico? A doctor?
Yeah, doctor.
Okay. For you?
For me.
Okay.
However, during searches, you can always find prohibited items such as meats, fruits, or even sometimes control medication.
Anything we're bringing back today? No medicines or anything like that?
Yeah.
Medicine? Can I take a look at it real quick? Since it's close by, since it's a border town, they usually go and get their medications, doctor visits. If they don't have insurance, they usually come out here. And this is for what, miss?
They're just like vitamins and stuff the doctor prescribed.
It's just way cheaper in Mexico versus what's over here on this side. Alrighty, y'all have a good day.
No declara nada.
Nomás le dije al muchacho que tenía esas pastillas y dijo que estaba bien.
¿Qué es?
We will encounter medication that is controlled, and the persons will not have a prescription to have it.
She did declare this. It's tramadol. Tramadol is a controlled substance.
Les pregunté en la pharmacy y dijeron, no. Le digo, are you sure? Dame una receta o algo. Dice,
Yeah.
no se necesita.
Well, on that side, maybe. Acá de este lado, sí. They're gonna have to go and dump it out in Mexico.
Okay.
Take care. Thank you.
¿Por qué viaje médico?
Yo fui al doctor y a comprar cosas y a recoger un paquete.
Acá, tú traes frutas, plantas, comida, alcohol, cigarros. And do you have any medicine? ¿Tú traes medicina?
Suplementos alimenticios, vitamins.
Vitamins, what kind of vitamins are there?
Omega, C, D.
All right, did you have them shipped to you?
For J.
You see? What's in him? Wrapped like a package of dope.
We just got some information about a car that's made it into the United States that we think is loaded with narcotics. So we are gonna get out there and see if we can pick it up and intercept it. Once we latch onto it, we'll hope to deliver it to wherever it intends to go and identify anybody else who tries to come pick it up. For right now, we gotta get out there and find it. I'm on the 805 now. Should be set 2 to 3 minutes.
Copy that.
Over the last several years, the predominant smuggled drug was methamphetamine, but we've seen a sharp increase in fentanyl, so much that we've created our own task force just to help tackle that. The rise in fentanyl has been devastating to a number of communities, and we're no exception to that. Fentanyl has been a game changer. You know, these aren't party drugs anymore. People are dying from them.
I got him. Looks like he's in the left-hand lane, headed for westbound.
One of our guys found the car, and now we're just trying to move into position to support. Thankfully, we have an airship.
All right, looks like we got a green light. He's still continuing west.
Likely gonna lead us to the unload location. We've experienced unload locations or stash houses all up and down California. As far north as San Jose and as close as here in San Diego County. You never know what the day's gonna bring. So he's 2 blocks down that way. We'll be able to catch up to him on this route.
Kind of making a southbound turn.
Yeah, he'll be coming this way. It's him right there. 10-4, I got him.
Okay, change his mind and he may turn onto the boulevard. And he's making a U-turn coming back down the other side.
He's going back the way we came. He is running some counter surveillance. He's making frequent turns, pulling U-turns.
All right, traffic clearing, and he is making that right.
Looks like he's going straight across into a fast food restaurant over here. I'm making the left. Do you have the eye?
Yeah, whatever. Looks like he's going to be parking about halfway down on the left.
Parking lots like these are common tactic or technique. For lack of better terms, the smuggler tries to hide in plain sight with the hustle and bustle of, you know, a major commerce area. Cars coming and going, people walking around.
Yeah, he's parked.
It's not uncommon for us to see what we call a driver swap, which means the first person to bring the car into the country leaves the vehicle, and a new driver will get in the vehicle and then drive it away. We're gonna let this play out as long as we can and hope that this leads us to a new location or more people.
I think I got him. Still in the vehicle.
We have a bird overhead that aids us immensely, gives us some breathing room with the ground surveillance. We believe with high confidence that that vehicle is loaded with drugs, so we want to make sure that if we have an opportunity to seize them, that we're going to take that opportunity.
All right, our guy's getting out. I met with somebody. They're both walking over to the car. Okay, that guy's gonna drive, and our guy is getting into the passenger seat.
Perfect.
Our target vehicle is now on the move again.
Our guy's going to whatever store that is right there. And our vehicle is coming back out.
Our car and driver just met up with someone else at a business here. So now the new driver dropped off our original driver and is alone in the car. And they are already mobile again and driving away.
All right, he's light in traffic. There's a silver Dodge Charger following me.
Our vehicle is now being followed by another vehicle, like a Dodge Challenger or Charger. Anybody associated with this or that interacts with our new driver is going to be of interest to us.
And making a left.
The area that he's headed in now is more residential.
He's slowing down. He's going to turn into a driveway.
Bingo.
Looks like he's going to be parking.
The new driver is now parked at a residence. This is likely going to be the unload location.
The Challenger is moving, and he's going to back it into the driveway. So,
Oh
if I
yeah,
had to guess,
they're going to unload into that car.
this goes unload. Start rolling. Get ready to go.
FYI, the school just let out about 2 blocks away. We got kids headed your way. That complicates things.
Vitamins. Well, you know what it looks like, right? It's like drugs. Well, we got some medicine that's wrapped pretty weird. I'm looking at it thinking, are they handing me a package of dope?
This is testosterone.
Oh, is it? Diet pills or what?
This is steroids, bro. Anavar. They got a whole cycle.
Steroids are prohibited from coming into the United States. Want to put your cell phone on the dashboard for me, please?
Is either Schedule 1 or Schedule 2 drug.
Some of these medications cause heart problems.
¿De dónde lo agarraste? Me lo mandan de Tampico. They send them from Tampico, Mexico.
Because
I'm a star for the gym. Son para ti. Yeah.
Not for anybody else. And you're saying they're vitamins?
Vitamin juice.
They're not vitamins. Do you have a doctor prescription for them?
No, it's just vitamins that you can buy in whatever store or pharmacies.
I don't think she's being honest about what they are, or even if they're most likely they're probably not for her. That's just me speculating at this point.
Estamos dando la opción, la cortesía de que lo regreses. Y lo regresas a México y haces lo que tú quieras en México. Y no quieres regresarte, pagas la multa de $500 en el producto. This doesn't happen often as far as we catching steroids. It's mostly we find more hard narcotics like cocaine, marijuana, meth. The steroids is something that doesn't happen often in this bridge.
Es que me van a hacer regresar otra vez y nada más los voy a ir a arreglar allá. No tengo dónde regresarlos y se regresa.
Mientras el producto esté en México, nosotros no nos interesa. Te puedes ir caminando, no es necesariamente caminar.
Bueno, pues me voy a regresar yo, pero...
¿Te vas a regresar tú? Agarra tus cosas. The law is the law. I mean, we have to obey by it. I mean, no one's exempt from the law, and sometimes they don't know the consequences as far as bringing something. Agarrar el producto. Sometimes they wait for in line for 2-3 hours and then they have to go back. Well, as soon as she returns back the merchandise, she'll be able to be admitted into the United States. Sí, me sientes por acá.
All right, let's see what we have today. The express consignment is companies that transport small packages into and out the United States. So it's a high volume of packages that come in, approximately, let's say, 15,000 packages. So it does get pretty busy here.
I've worked in the consignment environment for about 3 years now. Everything's different every day. You never know what's going to come in. This one was manifested as a toy. I don't know what it is. It looks good. I don't think there's anything in it.
A lot of these exams we place on hold based on country of origin. This one here is the Netherlands, the big country for narcotics, mushrooms, and marijuana. You can see it's kind of rusty, right? So it could be nothing, but we'll just open it up, take a look inside. Just from taking a look inside, it looks like more engine within an engine, so nothing concealed. I think this is probably good to go. Yeah.
These are handbags. Those are coming from Turkey. Sometimes we get the narcotics hitting the bags. So I'll just take these over. We'll X-ray it.
We're gonna take that stuff over to the X-ray.
Yeah, that one looks fine. Oh, wait. That's weird looking, right?
Yeah, something concealed inside. It's an anomaly within the small packages.
It looks like it's different kinds of pills.
Yeah, so this is the same thing, the bag, the anomaly inside. This is definitely a concealment. Obviously, it's wrapped pretty tight within the handbags.
Tiramel, T-I-R-O-M-E-L. They could be a scheduled pill.
It didn't really come up as anything.
It could be counterfeit prescription pills. It could be the drug, it could not be the drug. But taking these prescription drugs from another country, you don't know what it is. They're coming from non-FDA approved facilities. They could be putting anything in it. It's scary. We're going to detain the shipments with the purses and submit the samples to our lab for analysis. Once we get the analysis back, we'll contact HSI and see if the HSI agent would want to take the package for controlled delivery or investigation. So that's the next step.
¿Ahora dónde van? A la casa. Gracias, buen día.
At the Hidalgo Bridge, we're getting all sorts of contraband.
Buenas.
We've found cocaine, pain pills, IPR violations, cargo violations. So there's not really one set of illicit activities coming through. It seems to be a lot of everything.
Okay, gracias. Here, it could be, you know, no documents or a crazy story or just checking the compartments of cars and stuff like that.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Casa de Reynosa or U.S.?
You never know what you're gonna get with each passenger.
Is this your vehicle, sir? Refer to secondary.
10-4.
You step out right now and stand over there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'll say the same thing I said in Nuevo Progreso. This gets old after a while. You guys are constantly revising and you find nothing. It gets old. Waste your time with somebody who's doing something I have to do.
All that talking.
You guys should have me on the list. Don't mess with it. I've already gone through it 100 times and there's nothing there. Stop. Keep wasting the guy's time.
Okay.
He's an American citizen and I'm tired of it.
All right.
Legitimate.
You wait over there, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
It gets old after a while. It was like every time.
He told me he was falling asleep at the lane. So enforcement check right now of this vehicle.
Medication.
Medicines? Okay.
They're not restricted. It's over the counter.
That should be all right. Is it already unlocked? There we go. What is here?
Last time I went to Nuevo Progreso, you guys tore all the panels down and didn't replace none of it. I had to go back and re-put all the patches back.
Sir.
So if you guys do move it, please
If you
replace
can,
it.
okay. If you can, wait over there. I'm not doing that. I did not feel intimidated at all by his behavior. I mean, he just talks a lot of talk, but nobody really intimidates us here. We could have items in here, so best way to check it, Z portal.
Kids are plenty, definitely elementary school age.
We have to make sure those kids are out of the area to move in to keep them out of harm's way. We're 2.5 residential blocks away from an elementary school. The kids are walking towards our house.
Ground to air, ground to air. Yeah, they're both still in the car working on it. We only have a few minutes left before you need to break for fuel.
Perfect. Air's about to run out of fuel. It's kind of at a critical moment, which is just Murphy's Law. They're about to unload drugs from the primary vehicle that we were initially following into this secondary vehicle.
We'll keep an eye as long as we can as we make our way down slowly.
Public safety is paramount. We don't want anyone to get hurt. We definitely don't want kids to get hurt. We have to take that into consideration when we go to take enforcement action or freeze the location.
Here, just let us know when you lose visual. Slowly descending. Hard for me to make much out anymore. This may be as good as it gets unless we get a ground eye closer.
Want me to try to inch forward and just see if I can get any kind of angle on the ground?
If you can do that without compromise, absolutely.
Air, I'm coming from the east in my black Tundra. They're still fuddling around with the car, but looks like all the kids are clear from the sidewalks.
Good copy. All right, everybody start rolling. Let's go. Go, go, go. Got running.
Police! Go! Running.
We got runners.
Let's go. Go! Clearing the car, clearing the car. Clear, go. Go, let's go. Let's start setting up a perimeter. We had 2 run out the back, so we're setting up a perimeter. We got 1 covering the house, 1 covering the alley.
We should probably do a security sweep of this house.
Yep, I'm with you.
Police, come to the door. Mr. Police, come to the front door now with your hands up. Clear. Have also got it back here.
There we go.
Yeah, 2 in custody on the back side.
Dave, just confirmed 2 in custody?
Yeah, no problem.
Our team on the back side of the house was able to catch the 2 as they tried to depart once we descended on the scene here. The original driver was apprehended down the street at a local restaurant. There's some packages here. That's already full. Back left.
Yeah, loose packages. V1 is secure, loose packages in the back. They were in the process of unloading, moving them into a duffel bag. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna keep these separate because that's how they were.
What's the total? Do you know what the count is?
Nice even number, 20.
We found 20 packages of bricks. It's still undetermined of essentially what it is, but there were 4 different markers on packages. So these packages were essentially destined to be distributed to 4 different drug trafficking organizations.
You just want to put them back and then we'll transport it back all as one?
Yeah.
Okay. We are gonna head down to the port of entry and take the car back with us. We'll inspect it with more detail, get it x-rayed, run a dog by it, make sure we didn't miss anything, and then it'll be impounded as evidence.
I should be able to go through any border town, any state, anything I want to go through with no issues. No red flags, no nothing.
This, and whatever that is. Let's go check that one out.
I saw a couple of anomalies in the vehicle. I want to check them out and make sure it's nothing prohibited or maybe even illegal. There's nothing in here. I'm good, bro. This is what I'm seeing. I'm good. That it was a cooler, and in the trunk, it was just a part for the vehicle where the wheel goes. It's for 18-wheelers. That was all.
Absolutely. We get hammered. I understand that. And that's why, like, the first couple times I get
thankful that you're calm.
Yeah. It doesn't help to get angry.
All right.
All right, man. I appreciate your time. You have a good rest of your day.
This is coming from Belgium, and it's an ottoman.
Which in the past is a common concealment method for narcotics.
Let's bring this over to the X-ray.
It could have something in it. The color of the commodity inside, it just seems not right. It's more consistent with narcotics. So I would definitely open this up. In the past year or so, we've been seeing a lot of ottomans which have narcotics concealed in them.
Looks like a footrest for you to sit and you storage things. So let's see what we have here. And bingo!
Powder. It's in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's cut it open.
Oh, look. A little bit more inside this center.
This middle portion was confirmed on an x-ray, so we're gonna test it. And try to scoop some of this powder. We can just kind of use the laser right there on it. The Gemini identified it as ketamine hydrochloride, which is a Schedule 3 narcotic. We'll try to get the weight as best as we can. The exact amount of ketamine is really hard to determine because it's concealed and glued in this cardboard, so we just kind of weigh it all together.
We'll contact the duty agent with HSI and see if they want to take the package for controlled delivery or investigation.
You never get tired of it. You never get tired of trying to stop anything from hitting the streets, any narcotics, any counterfeit items. We enjoy every day what we do, and the team is really, really successful.
What's going on, bud?
Hello.
Where you guys going today?
Alamo. We're just gonna drop off these kicks here in Mexico.
What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
AC? Oh, okay, so hard work, huh? Anything in the vehicle, any fruits, meats, vegetables, alcohol, tobacco, nothing like that?
No, nothing.
All right, do me a favor, go ahead and open up your hood. Go ahead and hop out for me, bud. All right, let's go ahead and hang out over by that table over there. We'll get you out of here, okay? Well, this isn't coming in. Freon. Freon's prohibited to come through here. Freon in general has to go through a commercial facility, regardless if it's personal or commercial. With the passenger's occupation, they're working on the AC. I mean, this is most likely meant for commercial purposes, not for personal. Hey guys, you're not gonna be able to bring the gas in.
Yeah, but we can't bring like 2 years in.
Not even one. We'll go ahead and have you guys go back, take it back to Mexico, drop them off. They seemed a little upset, a little perturbed. It should only be a minor inconvenience. The hardest part is going to figure out what to do with it in Mexico.
Over here. What is it?
Get out.
Oh, wow. We have a traveler who's bringing a large quantity of shoes. The issue here is a trademark shoe. The brand is Nike.
Ok, dama, mira, vamos a hacer esto, ok. Traes una grande cantidad de zapatos, ok. Pero esa es la primera, es una cantidad grande. Segunda, no sabemos si son reales o no.
In a lot of the cases here, people will go to Mexico and bring or buy a large amount of popular brands from the US, such as in this case, Nike, but they get it at a outrageously discounted price, which makes us believe that it actually might be counterfeit. They might bring it and try to sell it in the US, and people in the US, they're buying it thinking it's a legit item.
Si me entiendes, no puedes cruzar por aquí esos materiales. No, ni pagando impuestos. Y no puedes traer eso al menos que tengas un tipo de permiso de importar eso a Estados Unidos. Tienes que ir por el puerto de FAR. Si son cosas que no son hechas por Nike, van a ser, se la remueven de ti y te pueden dar multa.
Look at that. So we interrupted them mid-unload. I think it's coke. Normally when it taps that hard, it's cocaine. Just check for additional voids or trap compartments. Just because you find the obvious one doesn't mean that there isn't more.
So I guess we're gonna start running the dog.
Yeah, he's gonna do it now.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good hit. Good boy, Goose.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, good boy, Goose. Look at that. The CBP officers inspecting the trap compartment and the floor to confirm and double, triple check.
There we go.
There's at least one package in the trap. And it's one of the reasons we bring it back here for a much more thorough inspection in an area where we control, we're not out on the street, it's safer for us, it's safer for everybody.
All clear? All good. All clear.
We're gonna get a field test to determine what the actual narcotic is.
Si quieres, puedes, alguien venir por las cosas y regresarlas a México, o tú puedes regresarte con tus cosas. Pero es tu decisión qué quieres hacer. ¿O tú te lo llevas? Si puedes, dale gas. What they decided to do is just the passenger's gonna get down and take the stuff back to Mexico on foot.
Sí, porque nos van a regresar hasta allá y duramos 3 horas en pasar. No para hacer fila otra vez. Ya nomás lo cargo así, ya.
Si miramos otra vez que traes comercio, te podemos dar una multa, ¿ok? Para y no nada más eso, podemos mandarle las cosas a las compañías y ellos también te pueden multar por usar su producto sin permiso.
No, que no sabía que podía pagar.
No se preocupe, jefe. Véngase, usted nada más sígame y yo le digo por dónde.
Gracias.
Véngase por acá, jefe. No me lo vayan a atropellar. It's very unfortunate that we had to return the merchandise. However, we do have to enforce the laws, no matter how bad we might feel or what we think of it. The laws are there to protect American consumers or companies. Dama, usted se puede ir, ¿ok? No tiene que esperar si quiere. Puede seguir.
This is one of our Gemini devices, which basically projects a laser into any substance that you put in it. It'll be able to tell you exactly what the substance is. Yep, cocaine. That'll work. We're gonna get a weight. At 26.82 kilograms. Given San Diego's proximity to the border, we know that drug loads come across in what we call bulk loads. When drugs like cocaine get broken down into the user level, sometimes it's as low as 1 gram that might get sold. So we're looking at 26,000 grams that were prevented just by this one stop.
Hey, what is it? Do you use a microphone?
That's a microphone to the tracker?
Yes. And then the relay switch is here. I'm trying to get in the dash, be able to reach the actual tracker, but I can't get in there. It's just the components of a GPS tracking device that's used by the drug trafficking organizations. We have a microphone that was discovered up on the headliner.
That would allow someone to remote in and be able to hear anything inside the car.
And then we have a relay that generally is attached to a pretty sophisticated tracking device with listening capabilities and very commonly used.
Sometimes they can also do things like tell how fast the car is going, or even stall the car out or turn the power off to the car. To the drug trafficking organization, these loads are very, very valuable to them. So they want to know where their product is and how their smuggling attempt is going. But at this point, they figured out who has their dope. The significance of our patience and strategies are that first driver may know very little about the organization, but the second person who comes to pick it up or the person who helps unload it knows even more and more. So that person is a value add to us. Good night. Good job, guys. It helps build that investigation and then even further disrupt and dismantle the next level of the narcotic smuggling organization, and then affect those arrests as well.